I'll show you some of the plans here first, let's get them under here. Most of them are 2 inches by 2 inches. And you buy them in a pack like this from Penn State or wherever your favorite supplier is. Then there's 1.5 inch, a little bit more, 6 called turn. And one piece of wood that I advise never to turn. Where they go? This here. This is a bundle of splints. Jay Logan can attest to this. If you try turning this, I don't care how sharp your tool is, you're going to get a bunch of splinters. Even when you try to sand it, your little black pieces will splinter off. So I don't know what kind of wood it is, but I will. I had a piece, I was going to turn it, and another piece like this, and it just was so horrible. I resharpened my tool and the same thing.
It's black palm.
It's what?
Black palm.
Black palm.
Palm. PALM.
Black palm. Yeah. So anyhow, I'll stay away from that. A couple of the tools I use here is I have a Forstner bit in here. The reason we use this is to make sure that we have a flat surface in there. After I use the Forstner bit to make sure the surface is flat, then I have a drill bit appropriate size. And then I'll drill it in when I've marked out people want to go with a piece of tape on one.
Oh, shit.
And then after it's drilled, I use this little tap. The tap the thread in it.
Sounds good.
Now, some people would rather use and then insert this metal piece in here. And I checked again on the price of these, and now you can buy 4 of these little pieces of metal to make wood stoppers for right about $7 for one. So that's why I haven't used this one and probably won't ever use it again. Because once your ball stopper is finished, I mean, you know, you got it screwed together, you got to unscrew it. Another is the types of bottle stoppers. I thought I was going to use that, and I've got a mini bottle stopper here. But as you can see, I had to make some adjustments because once you turn it down, the mini part doesn't fit anymore. And then again, I got a little pinion on there that was kind of by accident because I was trying to turn it off and got this shape and decided, oh, what the hell, just leave it like this. Another type, I'm not going to demonstrate this, it was the type with built-in corkscrew. You can unscrew it like this, and then you have the corkscrew inside. And you make this part here is similar to making a pen. You have to drill it out and then put your brass tubes in there and then your bushings and turn it to shape, which is okay. One of the other things I don't like about this, these little nubs on the end, you press in. Every one I did, after I pressed them in, you can pull them out of the thing. So I had to put a little spot of thick CA glue on it and then press it in and clean it off. Now, another thing with bottle stoppers, I know Penn State and other companies sell these little ceramic ends that you can put on here, glue them in, and then turn them to shape. various sizes and different prices for them. But what I've done also is I've just taken one of those round hole drill bits and cut out a piece of wood of a different type and glue it on there, let it dry, and then turn it and show. A lot less expensive than if you have these little chunks of wood you don't know what to do with. Put them on the end of the bottle stuff. And I'll set all these up later and everybody can take a look at them. First thing I'm going to do is flatten this piece out here. Yeah, right here, pardon?
Did you cut a tenon on that or just put the block of wood in the jaw?
I just put the block of wood in the job. The real dry piece. Got it flat.
Let me hold on a minute. I'm gonna get you a shoe.
Oh, I changed the camera. Still there.
And this lines up with the center of the tip of the Forstner bit, so it's in line. I usually do this about 300 RPM. Thank you. I always drill a little bit and then clean out the bit. And that should be enough of it. Then the next thing I do is I have this little device for making threads of wood. And I'll get this started. Turn it in the waves. Feel the way it's cutting them.
What's the date of chips
And it's so far, and then I'll back it out and make sure that it's ready.
February 7th. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. That's the date.
You don't always have to do that by hand.
Yeah.
These books are hard to explain.
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Burn harder. But right now, this isn't cooperating very well. Yeah. But I had tightened that up, but for some reason, it just doesn't want to cooperate very much. really boring watching somebody turning threads in wood, I know.
Unintended.
Unintended, yes. Well, I'm backing out. You can see I just use the job to hold a piece of wood here. I guess you can make a tenon if you want and then do it down to whatever size. Make sure I've got all the wood filing out of there. Now this adapter I bought when I had a smaller lathe that only had a 1-inch drive on it, and I had to buy this adapter to put on it because at the time this was the only drive that they made. So got that adapter. However, Mark has showed me that where did I get that now? Mark Oglesby brought this. Now this is something that's 1 1/4 inch. You have an 8 TPI. So I get this. However, this little shaft here is a little bit smaller than this one. But the same process, you can use a 1-inch Fortner bit to flatten out the piece of wood and then drill your hole and tap it into this. So now they have that piece on. Put it on very nicely. Keep safety in mind. Get them nice and round. A little more of the speed on it. Now I'm going to take it down on this end. So just take it long.
Mhm.
I've seen a bunch of designs and one of them that I particularly liked was a guy. Anybody here plays chess or used to play chess? Well, he made a bunch of bottle stoppers that looked like the pawns on a chessboard. And we was at a show. He sold out completely of anything that looked like a chess piece. So design has a lot to do with it. And I have some designs I'll show here in a minute that from a book that I recommend. But to finish this up, and this little tool here, I got to give Heidi credit for this, finding this. You get a set of these with 3 interchangeable shanks and different sizes of hook on it for in a nice box. I think it was for like $80 for a carbide tool. I thought that was excellent. So it also has an extension on the handle, so it comes out about that far if you need it for something. But I'll just do a little fun similar thing here. Let's do a little shape. Take a look at it when it stopped. Very dry piece. Very dry. Next thing I'm going to do is do a little sand on it. Right around 500 is what I usually sand.
What grit you starting with?
What's that?
What grit are you starting with?
Oh, this is 220 grit. I thought I had some Don Milburn kind of showed me and Rusty a while back some of this real flexible sandpaper. Works really well. Only I ran out of 220 grit. So I'm gonna go 220 on this. And then I'm gonna do 320. Handy little holder from the calibers. Make sure that's cleaned out. And then this is that flex sandpaper of 100, 150, 220, 320. I think it comes up to 400. It was kind of neat because you can forms to the area that you're working in. Standard. I think what I normally do is yeah. Yeah, that's where I got it too.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if Home Depot carries it now or not, but when I bought this, it was at Lowe's and Home Depot didn't carry it. So once I get it sanded down, then I'll use the same thing I use in making my pins. It's Mylan cellulose sand sealer. So And this is really, the dry wood's really soaking this up too. I'll get it to where it's somewhat glossy.
Barry, shouldn't you turn that faster so that excess comes off the ditch in the face mask?
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Well, that was better if you have it spinning than you drip it in like that.
Yeah.
Well, no, one other step I do after I put the sanding sealer on it. I use this on my wooden pens too. It's Yorkshire grip. You don't need a whole lot of it. It's the way I was told to do it. Take some and just rub it on a bit. And you work it in. And when it's real quiet in my shop, I can feel it and I can also hear it. Once I'm done with that, then I'll turn it back on and get out some access here. Make sure it's nice and clean. Feels pretty smooth. A couple of spots I think it could be good. Type of wood and see the little knobs there. So my next step. I use Aussie one. And this is the part B on top. It doesn't take much. And so pretty good.
Aussie. It's AU.
And it's a friction quality, so. Beat it up. A little polish on it. Just want to get a shine to it.
Shiny. Right.
Now,
It doesn't station. No.
one of the most difficult parts of it, trying to get this back on. So. You see that? You hear that?
Yeah. Need a strap wrench.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my knuckles or that wood. Yeah, I need a strap wrench.
Hmm.
Of course, it's even worse when I'm doing the necklace.
That's your workout for today.
So, thank you, Gary. So. There's a little piece, and the next thing to do is to decide what kind of bottle stop you want to put on it. And you may see that this isn't going to fit properly in the square, but it screws on, that's just flush, and then the bottle stop. And we don't like that tip. I'll set these out for everybody to look at later. No, I've got some other ones. Don and I got lucky on the deal on a bunch of bottle stoppers and bottle stoppers blanks.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows what you stole.
But
Should be arrested.
what I don't like about these, I mean, they look nice, they fit nice, but it unscrews from here. And if I screw this in the blank and try to unscrew it, this part stays in the blank, and this comes out, and this is still in the blank.
Hey Barry, I just put a drop of CA on it and screw it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Do that. Yes, Bill.
They sell stainless steel and stuff, and then they sell their chrome.
Mm-hmm.
That don't.
Yeah,
I never buy the chrome ones because after your customer for a while, it's starting to corrode.
right.
Especially if they put it in vinegar.
Yeah. If they use it for a stopper on vinegar, no, I won't use the chrome. I use the stainless steel. Oh,
For the people that are out in Zoom, the question was, do you use chrome or stainless steel? And the negative thing of the chrome is that after a while, it will either pit or corrode. The acids in the wine will have an effect on it. Stainless steel is much better.
well, people that don't, you better buy the cheaper one.
The solution is you open a
They're
bottle
less
and you drink a
expensive.
bottle.
Pardon?
The solution is you open a bottle, you drink a bottle. I can attest to it by all those empty, all those corks back there. So
And if you just want to make just a T-Hale corkscrew, they make kits just for the corkscrew itself. I'll show you what's in here, what's included in here.
Does it work for a box of wine?
You can see the little brass tubes and stuff you have to drill and sand down, much like making a sandwich. Bushings, you have 3 bushings. Of course, one that goes in the center and 2 on the fence.
Mary, I tried those tea handles wine, wine openers before. You don't have enough mechanical advantage. It takes 2 people. Somebody has to hold on to the bottle, and then you got to use both hands to pull.
That's to prevent you from drinking alone. So I'm not going to say who, but a couple of my neighbors get together every evening and have a glass or 2 of wine. And we had a new neighbor that just moved in next door to us and found out that, what was it? Wine is what do you call wine? Fruit in the glass. Liquid fruit, yeah. Yeah, there's all different types, and like I said, I'll pass these around. You can look at them. I drilled them and set them so that it happens. So you can look at the different sizes. And again, I'll this display here. I'll set over where everything's set up over there, and that's also the mini ones included in here, and a couple of different styles. But before I do that, I wanted to start this PowerPoint. He's thinking about wine over here.
Yeah.
And this book that I got is, like I say, classic forms. And it has lots of ideas for making bottle stoppers, I think, for the next one. As you can see, the different styles for making bottle stoppers. I mean, each one of those is a different style. Some of them are carved on the top a little bit, but they're all unique. And then, the next one, there's also ideas for. There's some more ideas for bottle stoppers. Apparently.
Here comes.
Okay.
There we go.
There's some
Sorry.
more bottle stopper ideas, or even making little bowls with one of the lids on them. And there's also ideas on making vases. Next slide. Yeah, different types of vases, wooden vases, and it even gives you the dimensions, the base and everything, the barrel next to the lip stem. It's a good book on designs, and has also on trays, and the stand up, make bowls on stands, whatever you want to call it. It's just a good book for all kinds of design ideas. Go through the ones that I did include on this, and even shows classic designs on making pillars and things like that out of wood. So,
What was the author?
Front page.
Oh.
Classic designs by Stu E. Deas, D-Y-A-S. And I believe I ordered that off of Amazon. That's all. Any other questions? No?
Heidi, hold on.
Nope. Oh, no, Heidi's gonna get a complicated question.
This is an easy one. So I'm thinking that would be good for a farmer's market sales. Do you think they sell pretty good? And what do they sell for?
What I've seen, a couple of guys that I've seen selling between $15 and $20. The guy that made the ones that look like chess pieces, he was selling those for $25 a piece, and another vendor across the way noticed that he'd sold out almost everything before he even sold two, and it was because of the design of them. It has to be appealing. I mean, some of them. Like this. I mean, yeah, it looks okay, but the design is very, very basic. I mean, there's not much to it. If I'd have come in and made a neck in it and maybe a round ball on the end, it'd be more appealing to somebody, or
Especially with that green.
yeah,
Who's your kids?
or the one with the little finial on the end. I mean, I mean, that's smaller, but what's more visually appealing is the shape of this one.
I'm gonna sell it to your kids.
How much are the kits?
It's awfully dramatic.
Oh, that price varies from who you buy it from and design. There, I think most of them are around $8, I believe, $5 to $8, depending on. I think the gold ones might be a little bit more, but you know.
You know, these
Oh.
vodka bottles,
Oh,
whiskey bottles,
of course.
because that's something you're more likely to eat with. You know,
So true, true. But then again, if you have a design a little bit more appealing like this, and then with a little different color on the top, it's more appealing. And it's a little extra work, but once you do 2 or 3 of them, I mean, it's you glue it up and let it dry and set it aside, make another one, and come back and then turn that down. I didn't give it all the polish and stuff I gave the other ones because I did these quite a while ago before I, started putting the Yorkshire grit on it and the oak seal. That's just a piece of, I think it's a piece of boot gum. I just drilled out the whole plug and I just cut a hole in there big enough to put it in. Anyhow, any other questions?
I don't see you turning into acrylics or resin. I know you want to.
Yeah, they make the most of the bottle stopper blanks that I've seen are, you can buy them in bundles like this, and this is it's a salted maple bottle stopper blank, so sorted, and they all been dyed except for this one here. And you could pour in an acrylic. I almost did one. Jay gave me you pour all the spare resin in. You got like 5 different layers in this plastic cup, and I've been thinking about turning the bottle stopper out of that, but I don't know. It's going to be probably about that long if I do keep all the colors. So yeah. Well, I haven't looked for any acrylic blanks or anything because of the stuff Don and I came across. We got hundreds of bottle stoppers and bottle stopper blanks. So this is just a skip across the pond as far as the number of blanks that we had. And, yeah.
Okay, are there any more questions? Well, thank you, Barry, for doing what you did. We appreciate it.